pray. Palace confirmed sad news about Queen's health over COVID scare during Jubilee celebrations. Major concerns were raised over Her Majesty's health after it emerged she had afternoon tea with Charles, Prince of Wales, 2 days before he tested positive for COVID. The Queen is set to return to work next week, royal sources claim, suggesting she didn't catch COVID after having afternoon tea with son Prince Charles a couple of days before he tested positive. Major concerns had been raised after the Queen and Charles had met at Windsor Castle 2 days before he tested positive for COVID. Many were concerned as Charles would typically greet his mother in public with both a kiss on the hand and a kiss on the cheek. After a long-anticipated nervous wait, it's understood that the Queen, who has been triple jabbed, is showing no symptoms and has submitted a negative result. In a chat, royal sources claimed Her Majesty has a diary of engagements at Windsor Castle next week which she is expected to go ahead with, which is an indication that she doesn't have COVID. The jobs are believed to be video calls with ambassadors and dignitaries from her desk. She will also attend 3 engagements next month. Prince Charles, 73, is currently self-isolating after catching COVID on Thursday. He is thought not to be exhibiting severe symptoms. This is Charles' second time catching COVID. The future king first caught the virus in March 2020 when he said he was lucky to suffer only mild symptoms. Buckingham Palace has refused to confirm whether the 95-year-old monarch had tested positive or negative following the news. Current government guidelines say you have to isolate for 5 days after contact with a COVID-positive person, with symptoms typically appearing 3 to 5 days after contact. In the event that the Queen cannot undertake her official duties as sovereign temporarily due to illness or absence abroad, 2 or more councillors of state are appointed to act in her place. Buckingham Palace doctors are understood to be testing the Queen regularly after she met with recently COVID-positive Prince Charles on Tuesday, after he carried out an investiture at her Windsor Castle home. The situation within the royal family in the midst of the Queen's COVID scare exposes a glaring issue at the heart of the monarchy, a Buckingham Palace insider has said. Royal doctors are understood to be testing the monarch regularly after she met with Charles on Tuesday, after he carried out an investiture at her Windsor Castle home. The 73-year-old heir was found to be positive during a test taken on Thursday morning as routine before he was forced to pull out of a public engagement with Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall. While Charles was not suffering from strong symptoms, his wife Camilla said he was finding his isolation period tiresome. The Queen was on Thursday said by aides to not be displaying any symptoms. Buckingham Palace has refused to confirm or deny that Her Majesty has contracted the disease, fueling fears for her health. A palace source said, "Obviously the situation will continue to be monitored. The Queen is understood to be triple vaccinated so will not need to self-isolate unless she tests positive." The head of state is thought to have received her first jab in January 2021 and her second jab that March, while sources say it is believed she got her booster in October. However, royal sources have suggested this evening that there is a degree of nervousness concerning the unresolved issue involving the position of councillors of state, which has been exacerbated by the COVID exposure scare. There are 4 positions held by senior royals to carry out the business of state if the Queen were to fall ill, or become incapacitated. 5 members of the royal family, titled councillors of state, have historically been positioned to take over from Her Majesty if she is unable to perform her duties due to being abroad or unwell, for example. With Prince Philip's death, the number of people in this role has now fallen to 4.